you. SHMACKEMAGOB, everybody. It's time for another Currently Cranking. I couldn't do one last week because of Christmas and all, but I have a combination of 2 weeks. I mean, I wasn't home much, but still, it's more than usual. So let's get this started, okay? In my opinion, the most underrated Beatles album is Help. This one I don't think gets enough praise. I Just Seen a Face, probably my favorite on here. Of course, the title track, You Gotta Hide Your Love Away, Ticket to Ride. Amazing album. Love, love Help. Stevie Nicks, My Girl. This is Street Angel. This album kind of went under the radar. A song I really love on here is Rose Garden by Blue Denim. The title track. A lot of good songs on here. Love Is Like a River. Street Angel, Stevie Nicks. Great, great CD. I love it. From Stevie Nicks to Death. This is my favorite Death album, Leprosy. I saw this tour. I stage dove. It's on YouTube. You gotta look closely because a lot of people got on stage and jumping. It's much thinner then. It's just stage dive a lot. When they opened for Death Angel, it was supposed to be Rigor Mortis, but it ended up being Death. Though I seen Death afterwards, I never got to see Rigor Mortis. Such a shame. What an album, man. Probably my favorite on here is, it's hard, man. It's probably between Pull the Plug and Open Casket, Choke on It. Awesome stuff. Rest in peace, Chuck. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Hopefully I'll remember by the end of this video and I'll tack it on. This is something called Experior. This is a band from Germany who contacted me and wanted me to do a song on here called Thrash Insanity, and I did it. This album's called Killing Entertainment. There's a lot of guest star singers on this album. I highly recommend Experior. They're amazing. So check it out. And check out Thrash Insanity, Experior on YouTube. There's a video for it in case I forget to put it. But if I don't, you'll see it at the end of this video. Oh, a Salute to Ace Frehley, Spacewalking. I haven't heard this one in a while. I was driving around in my car and the version of Fractured Mirror with Dimebag Darrell came on. And I was like, oh, I have the other one too. Tribute something. I think it was called... No, this is the Spacewalk one. The other one's like Tribute something. It has like has Bruce Kulick on it. But this one has Scott Ian doing Rip It Out, Gilby Clarke doing Shock Me, Tracy Guns doing Parasite, John Norum, just a bunch of people on here. Marty Friedman doing Deuce. This is a great tribute album. Did Bob Kulick win a Grammy for this? Did he have something to do with this? I'm not sure. Gary Moore, somebody that was on my bucket list and, well, somebody I will never get to see live, unfortunately. This is a great one, Run for Cover, with Phil Lynott on 2 songs, Out in the Field, which I absolutely love, and Military Man. Title track, Empty Rooms, All Messed Up. Love me some Gary Moore. This is a great album. M.O.D. This one is very, very extremely underrated. This one's called Rhythm of Fear. Man, what's that song I really like on here? What is it again? It's the one that goes fee, fi, fo, fum. Now I can't remember. Oh, Irresponsible. But this whole album is awesome. It just went way under the radar. If you can see closely, Billy Milano signed it for me when I met him. This is a fantastic album. I haven't heard it in a while. I put it on. It's aged amazingly. This shit still kicks ass. I love me some Billy Milano. M.O.D. From M.O.D. to ABBA. Voulez-vous, hot, hot. I love this shit, man. I love ABBA, and I got no shame in saying it. I Have a Dream, Angel Eyes. Does Your Mother Know? It's a little creepy, but it's a cool song. Chiquitica. I love ABBA. I adore ABBA. This band is like pop perfection. My pop music is stuff like this. Alright. This one will probably get goofed on, but, you know, it's actually really, really good. This is Vince Neil Tequila. What is it? Tattoos and Tequila. I believe it's all cover songs. If there's some original material, because there's some songs I don't know if they were covers or not, but man, I love his version of the Scorpions, Another Piece of Meat. He does He's a Whore from Cheap Trick. No Feelings from the Sex Pistols. Bitches Back, Elton John. I like this CD a lot, actually. It's really, really good. But, you know, he's not the greatest singer live, but in the studio he was damn good, especially on this one. He's awesome. April Wine, my favorite April Wine album. I play this one a lot. It might have been on my currently crankings already. Nature of the Beast. I play this a couple times a year. Love the hell out of this album. Every single track. All Over Town. Sign of the Gypsy Queen. Forever. I didn't know that was a cover song. I was blown away. The cover song's, I mean, the original's good. Just Between You and Me was a big hit. Future Tense and Crash and Burn are probably my favorite tracks on here. But I love them all, man. One More Time, Telling Me Lies, Big City Girls. Great stuff. April Wine. Here's a rare one. I bought this in the 90s through a mail order. I think it was called Ram Music. This is Desperado. If you don't know who this band is, it's a band that got signed. I believe they were signed by Epic Records. Dee Snider from Twist Sister. Where you got Clive Burr. Clive Burr on drums from Iron Maiden. Bernie Torme, who passed away. So did Clive Burr. And Mark Russell on bass. I think Mark Russell stayed with Dee during Widowmaker. I'm not sure. It's got its moments. It's not great. I haven't heard it in so long. I put it on the other day. And still, you know, there's some really good tracks on this one. But they shelved it. And who the hell released this? Doesn't even have a label. But it's not a bootleg. I mean, back in the like late 90s when I first got online, there was a Ram something, Imports or something, and they had this. And I was like, oh my God, I need to buy this. Sure, this is very hard to find now. I don't even know if they had the rights to it now that I see there's no... Oh, there is a label on here. Destroyer Records. That's the name of the label. Never heard of it. Called Bloody But Unbowed. Desperado. I haven't heard this in a while. So I put it on and I enjoyed it. The Puppet Master, King Diamond. You know me, Tim, I'm a big King Diamond fan. I'm a huge King Diamond fan. There's not an album King Diamond has released, even with Merciful Fate, that I dislike. Some I like more than others. I mean, this ain't one of his best ones, but it's a damn good one. And I got to see this tour. Another Demented Tale. I love Blood to Walk on here. There's a lot of shit. So Sad Christmas, Live and Death. This is good stuff. The Puppet Master, King Diamond. Alright, here's one. This is Live Scenes from New York, Dream Theater. Now here's something odd. This was released on 9/11. What was it, 2001 when it happened? On that year they released this. And look how odd it is. It was released on 9/11, and look at the album cover. It's got the Twin Towers on fire. You know, New York. Is that creepy or what? That same day Slayer released God Hates Us All. This is great. This is a special price 3 CD live album. It's just great. I love the Seams of a Memory album. And doesn't this have Change of Seasons? I believe I heard that the other day. Yes, it does. Great stuff. I love me some Dream Theater. And I'm not like the biggest prog guy. Another live album. This is Blue Oyster Cult, my favorite of all their live albums. On Your Feet or On Your Knees. This is the early stuff. Most of the black and white albums, as they call it, is featured on here. I love Buck's Boogie, man. That instrumental where Buck goes off. Harvester of Eyes. Great live version. Cities of Flame. The Red and the Black. Just some great stuff. Only thing I don't like on here is the last track, Born to Be Wild. I've never been a fan of that song. Steppenwolf song, never liked it. So, like when it's time for the last track, I pretty much lift the needle and I'm done with it. I love this band, grossly underrated German band called Angel Dust. This album's called Bleed. My favorite is the one that follows it, In Light in the Darkness, but this is a fantastic album. I mean, do yourself a favor. If you like some good metal, Ronnie James Dio type, Heaven and Hell type thing, type in Angel Dust, the title track, Bleed. Just listen to that. It's amazing. But there's a really great cover of, isn't it on here? Yeah, Temple of the King, the Rainbow song. Amazing. And I love the song Black Rain, Follow Me, Surrender, Liquid Angel. Great stuff. Love me some Angel Dust. They used to be a thrash band. They're great albums as well. Blue Cheer, the band that did not invent heavy metal. People that say that Blue Cheer invented heavy metal, you're racist, because they were doing nothing different than Jimi Hendrix. Give Jimi Hendrix props, not these guys. Though, this album is great. You know, we all know Summertime Blues. It's like a really good, heavy hard rock album. You know, Rock Me Baby, Dr. Please. It's great. It's, you know, but it's not. Black Sabbath invented metal. This ain't the first metal album. I don't care what anybody says. Geddy Lee says it, and I don't care, and I love Geddy, but he's wrong. But that's just my opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. But you ain't going to convince me, and I'm not going to convince you. So as Morton Downey Jr. would say, zip it. Danzig. I can only hang with Danzig up to this album. Danzig 4. After that, with The Sacrifice, and I mean, honestly, I didn't hear all the albums, but you know, I've heard enough where I just given up. But to me, Chuck Biscuits, that drummer in this band, he had like the smallest kit, and he was one of the most amazing drummers I ever saw in my life. Though on this tour, he's on the album, but he didn't play this tour. But this is a great album. A New God, Brand New God. What else, man, on here? Can't Speak is trippy. Until All in the Dark. Bringer of Death. I Don't Mind the Pain. Great stuff. I love me some the first 4 Danzig album. I love this album. I think it's kind of underrated. Love it. Gamma. Gamma 2. I love Gamma 1. I love Gamma 2. Gamma 3, I didn't like it at all. Got too keyboarded AOR, but they were still rocking on this one. Skin and Bone, The Four Horsemen, yeah, before Metallica. Mean Streak, I don't know if that was before Y&T, roughly around the same time. Maybe before. Mayday, Voyager, Gamma 2, awesome, awesome. I love the album cover too. This is great stuff. Rest in peace, Ronnie Montrose. The last album with Queen while Freddie was alive, Innuendo. I think this is a fantastic album. Being very disappointed with many of the albums before it. I mean, even kind of like the good ones were very spotty. I mean, I kind of like Ended at the Game, Hot Space, and what else? The Works. And I mean, The Works had its moments, and kind of Magic had its moments. Miracle had its moments. This one, I mean, there's maybe a song or two I'm not too crazy about. But I don't think they're as bad as like the bad songs on the few albums that preceded this. But man, Hitman is very heavy. I love the title track. Headlong is cool. And the show must go on. The last Queen album, Innuendo. Good stuff. Good way for Freddie to go out. Wasn't a fan of Made in Heaven, which was released after Freddie died. Underrated, I think, in my opinion. Diamond Dave, Little Ain't Enough. I love this album. Man, that song, the title track, I remember when it first came out, I thought, this is going to be a hit. But already times were changing, and it was not cool to have fun anymore in music, so it didn't do well. But man, it's Showtime. Baby's on Fire, probably my favorite track on here. Tell the Truth is a cool bluesy tune. Sensible Shoes was a cool single. I like that song a lot, but I didn't think that was going to be big. But I thought A Little Ain't Enough was going to be a big hit. Neither were. Drop in a Bucket, Jason Becker. I mean, that's, while recording this is when he found out he got Lou Gehrig disease. But man, he let it all out. And I find this album to be criminally underrated. Love it. Exhorter, Slaughter in the Vatican. A lot of people say, oh, Pantera ripped them off. I hear a bit of it. But honestly, I like Pantera more than these guys. But I love these guys. And the way I bought this compact disc was back when this first came out, I went to go see Deicide. Deicide, Malevolent Creation, and these guys opened the show, and I was so blown away by Exhorter, I bought their CD. They were selling their CD at the show, and I bought a shirt too that's no longer around. I like The Law, the one that followed it, but I like this one way more. This is the first album, Exhorter, and they have a new one that's really good that I need to buy. Exhorter, Slaughter in the Vatican. Saga. Man, I remember these guys early MTV, On the Loose, and a lot of those songs on Alright, Wind 'Em Up was one of those MTV songs. Good kind of proggy, poppy, good stuff, man. Saga. And what's the name of this one? I forgot. Worlds Apart. Good stuff. I dig me some Saga. Oh man, my second favorite, my first favorite live album is Unleashing the Eastern Priest, but my second favorite is this one. One More for the Road, which I have on vinyl, but this is the deluxe edition, which brings Simple Man, and what else is on here that's not on the other one? Well, shit, it has different shows. You know, it's not you know, it's got different versions of you know, a lot of stuff. But Give Me Back My Bullets wasn't on the original, and just different takes from different nights because they played several nights in Atlanta. Over 140 minutes, a 2 CD set. The 25th anniversary of Leonard Skinner's One More for the Road. Absolutely love it. Slap that CD just to hear all those different tracks, man. Alright, some fucking German thrash. Tankard with Chemical Invasion. These guys are awesome. They're always singing about drinking and getting drunk. Speaking of getting drunk, I missed them live because I got drunk. Back in 2000, I'd say maybe 2011 or 12, I went on the 70 Tons of Metal cruise, and the first night they played, I believe Venom was playing at the same time. So I looked at the schedule, and Tankard was playing at 2 in the morning a day or two after. So I said, fuck it, I gotta see Venom. I'll see Tankard at that 2 a.m. one. So I got very drunk, and they were playing at the pool area. I got very drunk and passed out on one of those pool seats and woke up with the sun coming up going, fuck, I missed Tankard. And it was my, you know, it was the last time they played on the ship, which I'm very, very disappointed in. But this is a great album, man. I love this one. You know, Farewell to a Slut. You know, it's just funny thrash. Alcohol, Total Addiction, Tantrum, Don't Panic, Puke for 1,000 Beers. Love me some Tankard. Alright. Warlock. God, I love me some Doro Passion. This is some heavy stuff. My favorite would be Try from Steel, but I love Burning the Witches. It's so heavy metal. And I love the title track, Metal Racer, Sign of Satan, After the Bomb. Just traditional killer 80s metal. Warlock. Doro rules. I met her. She's the sweetest girl ever. My favorite Testament album, The Legacy. Their first album. I'm not the biggest Testament guy, to tell you the truth. I feel, in my opinion, they're very overrated. But they did release some great albums, and this is one of them. I love the second one, New Order. The one with Dave Lombardo, with DNR, The Gathering. That one's really good. And I really like Souls of Black, one that's very not liked, even by the band. Those are my favorite Testament albums, the one I just mentioned. But this one is fantastic. I love the first Testament album. Alright, the final CD. This is Obsession with Methods to Madness. My favorite Obsession album, but they never released a bad album. I love Obsession, The Martial Law, Scarred for Life, and this is the third one. Hard to the Core, Killer Elite, For the Love of Money. Oh, this is so good. Panic in the Street, title track, Hard to the Core. If you like traditional metal and you don't know this band, change that. Awesome stuff. Obsession rules. Hey Kiss nerds, look, I listened to Kiss Double Platinum. Kiss Double Platinum is my first Kiss album. This is it. This is the copy. Gene and Paul signed it. I don't know if you can make that out. And it still has everything. The little gold platinum record thingy is still in here. I just love this album. And I do play it quite a bit. It's very nostalgic to hear all those different mixes and stuff. This is hands down my favorite Kiss compilation album. Double Platinum. Great stuff. Man, still got a little stack of vinyl here. This one's extremely underrated. This is Ted Nugent Intensities. After this album, I did like The Spirit of the Wild or Crave Man. One of those two I really liked, but this one is the last one of, to me, like the era, man. Because that album afterwards called Nugent was so weak. With Carmine Apiece. But this, Put Up and Shut Up, Spontaneous Combustion, My Love Is Like a Tire Iron, Jailbait, Heads Will Roll, Flying Lip Lock, I Take No Prisoners. Great stuff. Intensities by the Nuge. Oh man, this is a good one. Metallica, the 598 EP. This is, I got the original one still, but this is the one they re-released. And it still says 598 EP, but I bought it for more because this is a 180 gram. I forgot what I paid for it. Maybe 10 bucks. It was still cheap. But man, this is such a great, I mean, to me, you know, I liked Justice. I liked Hardwired. I didn't like anything in between. But this one really is like, you know, after Master of Puppets, they released this. It was just, yeah, back then, nobody made fun of Lars Ulrich. Nobody at all. Everybody, actually, Lars was the most likable member of Metallica. If you people in the 80s were Metallica fans, you'd know that. Now everybody hates them, but I don't. Another great band called Dr. Living Dead. These guys are weird, man. They wear skulls and bandanas. They have skull faces and bandanas. Some songs are very suicidal sounding, so they even kind of like suicide, look like. Man, punch up Revenge on John, which is a song about, what is it, Die Hard 3. Die Hard 3 is an awesome movie, man. Like one of the greatest sequels ever. Love Die Hard 3. Simon Says. It's a really short song, but it's awesome, and I love it. Revenge on John, Dr. Living Dead, and I believe this is their first album. I have all of them. Well, 3. Do they have more than 3? Because if they do, I need to get it. Crocus, Metal Rendezvous. I remember hearing Heat Strokes on the radio back in 1980. This is still my copy from 1980. A little worn down, but man, this album is so good. I love Come On, Tokyo Nights, Fire is so badass. Great album. I love me some Crocus. They really did take a dip after Headhunter with Change of Address and the Blitz. But there was one called Heart Attack after that was really good. Hell yeah, Deep Purple Burn. Great album. Fantastic album. This is when Ian Gillan and Roger Glover left and they brought in Coverdale and Glenn Hughes. The title track, Might Just Take Your Life. Stay Down, Lay Down, Stay Down. You Fool No One. Great stuff. Love me that album. Love Stormbringer too. Alright, this is gonna fall. I'm gonna put this aside here. Okay, we're winding down. Judas Priest, Stay in Class. I listened to this and then I put it on backwards where it says do it, do it, do it. And when it does that, I go clean my bathroom. I do a lot of tidy stuff. This, you know, this backward masking makes me do like good shit. But you know, there was one time I played this in the playground with my friend, and he blew his brains out. And then when it was my turn to blow my brains out, there was no more bullets left. So I just went home and cleaned my bathroom. This is a fucking amazing album. I love it. It used to be my favorite Judas Priest studio album. Now it's a very close second to things, but man, the song Exciter, Stained Class, Saints in Hell, Beyond the Realms of Death, and the extremely underrated Hero's End. One of my favorite Judas Priest songs, very underrated. I will have a top 10 Judas Priest song video soon, and Hero's End's gonna be on it. You'll see. Roundness, Rock and Roll Crazy Nights, Thunder in the East. Love this album. I love all the Japanese albums before it. I have that Devil's Child and stuff like that. Thunder in the East rips. I love Akira Takasaki, one of my favorite guitar players. I love Heavy Chains Like Hell. Lines Are Down rips. Oof. Clockwork Toy. Just great stuff. And of course, Crazy Nights, MZA, I mean. Oh, this I finally got on vinyl. If you guys have noticed, I put up a video about how much I love this, but I only heard it online at that point. That's the way I am, man. I listen to it, I like it, I buy it. And this is a fantastic album. I go as far to say this is the best Who album since Who by Numbers. Yes, I like it more than Who Are You. I love Who Are You. I love Face Dances. I think this album's better than all of them. Love it, man. My favorite song, I still say, is Beads on a String, but I love Detour, Ball and Chain, All This Music Must Change, Break the News, Rockin' and Rage. Great, great album. Not a fan of the bonus tracks, but they're not on here. Oh yeah, I just did a track by track this week for my friend Jackson Rowdy, who donated. So I did them Manowar track by track, all their albums that matched each other. This is Sign of the Hammer. The song on here that really gets me is Mountains. That one just. But you know, you got Animals and Guyana, Call to the Damned, probably my favorite too, along with Mountains. Love this, you know. This is just The Oath. Love me some Manowar. Don't give a fuck if they play War. Lions Cloth. All right, I'm down to the last one. Is this the last one? Yes, we're down to the last one. Tony McAlpine, Maximum Security. This is an instrumental album, I believe. Yeah, all of it's instrumental. George Lynch makes an appearance. I love this shit. It's one of those shrapnel albums. Good shit. I love me some Tony McAlpine. I wonder how he's doing, because I remember he got cancer like, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, and I haven't heard any updates. So hopefully, I hope he beat it, man. There you go. Hey, my radio show's going on tonight. I hope. I'm recording this on Monday, but I figured it'd be on. If not, then you're not going to see a promo on here at 8 p.m. because I always put a promo for my radio show at 8 p.m. And thank you, everybody that enjoys my Currently Cranking. I even got some complaints saying, man, no Currently Cranking this week. And I dig that, you know, because, you know, it was Christmas and all. But I really do appreciate everybody watching, everybody digging me doing this, because every time I play my records, I stack them up all over there with the CDs and then sit down here. Usually on Wednesdays I do this. But today is Monday, and Wednesday is going to be New Year's Day. And tomorrow is New Year's Eve. So I figured I'm not going to have time to do these videos, so I might as well do it today on Monday. But this you're seeing on January 2nd. Anyway, hey, if you want to donate, my PayPal's down there, and phaselinear@yahoo.com. You know, donate and write in the thing what you want me to do, a track by track, or if you want me to go fuck myself, whatever the fuck. I'll go fuck myself. I got porn. Pay me. I'll go jack off. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and if you enjoy what you see, subscribe to my channel and click that little bell. I would appreciate it. So, hey, everybody, Happy New Year, and SHMACKEMAGOB. This video has been brought to you by Miami Metal Merchant. For your metal needs at competitive prices, visit MiamiMetalMerchant.com. Tell them Dr. Fuck sent you.